Brewer's Log, brew date 3rd of March 2016. Sorry, I had to do it. But in reality, that is what this is for me. It is my brewer's log, or my brewer's journal, to know what I've done, when I've done it, and how I did different things. So, give you an update on what all has happened tonight. The 3 treetop bottles you can see right here were the ones that I started on February 3rd and February 7th. I went ahead and racked the first 2 tonight because they were a month out. They were still bubbling a little bit when I racked them, and as you can see, they've got a nice foam and head to them already, but they are a little dry, so, or to the drier side, so we decided it was time to cold crash them, and we'll bottle them towards the end of the weekend. And since the first 2 were fairly dry, we went ahead and bottled, or racked, and are cold crashing the one that I did on 2/7. If we want to keep them a little sweeter, it looks like we need to try to make sure that we do rack them at about 21 days. Just like we found with the Members Mark, I need to rack them at about 14 days if I want to keep a little residual sweetness to them. Besides racking the 3 treetop bottles, I was able to get 3 more bottles of just regular cider going. The 360 bottle actually has Member Mark juice in it, but it is using Stephenson honey, the QA23 yeast, and was bottled on 3.3. Second bottle is using white sugar, QA23 yeast, and bottled on 3.3. The third bottle over here is a mixture of brown sugars, because I ran out of my normal brown sugar, so I used some of the different brown sugars I had upstairs. QA23 yeast, bottled on 3.3. All 3 of these bottles used half a teaspoon of yeast nutrient and a 1/4 teaspoon of pectin enzyme. Since it is the Member Mark juice, it is already fairly well filtered and doesn't have as much pectin to it, so I'm not using as much pectin enzyme in it. And I found that the yeast nutrient didn't change that much in how quickly these brew, so I'm going to go to half as much and see how that works in these 3. Final thing that I got done tonight is I bottled the last bottle of when I would try out the 8 different things. So I have a 360, a brown sugar L that I got 7 bottles out of, or almost 7 bottles out of. The purple or the blue bottle in front and on the right. Actually, it only got up a little past the label, so I topped off it with a little bit of the 360 juice, so that it's filled all the way up. So that bottle should be a little sweeter than the others, and hopefully will carbonate a little faster. All the bottles have 6 carbonator tablets in it, and we'll see where they go from there. Last thing, we did try one of the 360 bottles tonight to see where the carbonation at. It is fairly carbonated, but not quite to the level we want.